Nada Visk looked up from her notes suddenly, as if she'd heard a noise. But there hadn't been a noise, right? She was alone. The airlock was closed. She would have plenty warning if someone... She dropped her quill and gripped the edge of the desk. That was what they wanted her to think. They wanted her to believe that the airlock would keep her safe. That wasn't what it was for, though. Nothing in this place was designed to protect her research from them. They could take it any time they wanted. They could take her friends if she let her guard drop for even a moment. Her eyes drifted up to the tank, to the roiling green glow that would never settle, never stop. The faces in the fog emerged and withdrew, bled into one another and split in unpredictable ways. They whispered endlessly. She leaned up next to the tank, tilting her head to point one ear towards the glass. The fog was always whispering its secrets to her, half understood, half imagined, but the truths the creature inside knew were undeniable. If she could get closer, if she could truly understand what it wanted without falling prey to its insatiable hunger, well, she wouldn't have to worry about her work being stolen any longer. Perhaps there was no way. Perhaps only madness lay in that direction. The fog's whispers continued unabated, but always frustratingly just out of reach. They probably thought they could do better. Comprehend the words that aren't words and translate them into something they could use. They didn't understand. They didn't know the fog like Anada did. She would simply have to forestall them, gather supplies perhaps, move her things in here, sleep on the floor of the lab. There was plenty of space, and then no one could sneak in, no one could steal. No one could know but her. The faces, the whispers, the friends, they seemed to agree. The idea pleased them. This is Pot Against the Machine.
Pot Against the Machine.
Welcome back to Pot Against the Machine, the only actual play podcast that throws beloved friends to hell vultures just to see what happens. I'm your host, and here's everybody.
Put him in a pit. Hello.
We've all gotten really good at waving.
Such waves.
Which is effective for approximately 5 of us.
Well, previously on the program, the party explored some more dorm rooms and then cracked open an actual closed door to find stairways leading up and leading down, and a bathroom. The bathroom had somebody's secret stash of stolen goods rolled up under it in the vanity, which was pretty cool, but the party didn't want to leave the second floor unfinished, so they doubled back, opened up that last door, and found a storage room that had a weird metal cocoon in it. And they were pretty scared of that metal cocoon. They were pretty sure something bad was going to happen if they messed with it. Asher wound up shooting it off the wall, fell to the ground, nothing bad happened, and they shook it around, they poked it with sticks, and they stared at it for a while and decided this was a nanite cocoon. There are dormant nanites inside. What they will do, nobody knows, but as long as they're in the bag, it's probably safe. After that, the party proceeded up to the third floor, where they found a big old room with a hole in the ceiling, and it smelled weird. So, trusting their noses, Alwyn and Brooksby figured out that that was the signature smell of hell vultures, which have a normal name that has a normal number of vowels that I can totally pronounce, I just choose not to. And they proceeded to throw Elon Tusk up at them. He got eaten. Then the hell vultures came on down looking for more. Asher threw a smite evil on one of them, thinking that they were going to be more dangerous than they wound up being, and the party wound up making extremely swift work of them, though Kira did fall in a pit with one of the vultures, which wasn't super pleasant for her. Then after that, the party looked around, found another stairway that leads up, and they cracked open the first lab. This was for the alchemy lab. There was a weird airlock that they could only fit 3 people in at a time. So they left Alwyn over in the atrium, and everybody else went on into the alchemy lab, where they found all sorts of drugs, including a drug that brings you back from the dead as long as you're not too messed up. And that's where we are now.
Woo.
Yeah.
Logistically, we should probably split this sitch up. It's cool stuff we found. I don't think Alwyn should hold the cardio amp. I did also express my interest in a gaseous form potion. I think that could be really useful for almost anybody. Folks aren't familiar. It's an excellent get the heck out of Dodge spell, especially if you get like locked in a room that you can't get out of or something like that. Does anybody feel strongly about holding on to anything here?
I feel nothing.
I want Kira to maybe have the Hemochem grade 3. Because I think that you would benefit the most from fast healing, essentially, just because you take damage, and if we can get... we can look up the logistics, but I mean, that could give you decent passive healing in a fight. Maybe.
Yeah, I would want to... I don't know, does that... I have fast healing already. Does that stack?
I think so.
Cool.
Let's ask the Sam.
I think it just takes the highest one if you have 2 sources.
Yeah, with 2 sources, you probably just get whichever one's the best. Yeah, and if you're out of combat, it's basically 30 free hit points.
But I mean, you can use it when you're not currently raging, because you only have fast healing while
fair.
you're raging,
that's
right?
true.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sort of like getting hit with, what's that spell that they don't let you use in...
yeah,
the demon
infernal
bloodborne.
healing.
Infernal healing. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
basically an injection of infernal healing.
Okay. We want to give that to me? With the most hit points?
Well, there's 3 of them.
Oh, there's 3 of them. That's right.
I don't care about fast healing, because if I'm getting hit, I'm doing something wrong. Kind of how I feel.
You hear Alwyn yell from 2 rooms over, "You're usually the one that's mainly in combat, so it makes the most sense for you to have that."
I feel like, 2 of you are super squishy.
I will
And
tell
sure, if
you
you
that
could-
fast healing, like 2 or whatever, is not going to save Brixby if he's getting smashed.
Yeah.
Alwyn, Asher possibly, but definitely not. I don't think it's
I
going to
say
make
maybe
any
give 2 to
difference.
Kira and 1 to Asher.
Yeah, it won't make a difference for either of our characters, because it's really like
Yeah.
we could get one-shotted super easy. I don't think we're going to be like slowly. You know, you're tanky. This
Yeah.
is rebuilding your stores. I think
Yeah.
the cure-all and
And
torpinol can just go into a bag because those are
Yeah.
situational. But I think cardio amp. I guess it's a minute, so it's not. That could also maybe go in a bag. It's not like it's the breath of life thing. I don't really know. I mean, what do people
Yeah.
think?
My first inclination is always to throw everything in a bag. Because more things overwhelm me, but I recognize that's not the Pathfinder way. So I'm fine to take one of those things and put the other ones in the bag.
How many gaseous form potions did we get? Because that didn't show up on the
3.
3?
loot. 3? Okay.
Yeah, I'll let the folks know at home. Sam brought up a really good idea that the gaseous form is kind of redundant if you can boof.
Yeah, so since Asher's got the boots, maybe the other 3 of us each take one of those potions.
Well, I can boof too. I have a spell that can boof.
Oh, yeah, you have, yeah.
So, I mean, I think definitely
Dimension Door.
Kira, Alwyn, and then, I mean, it's one or the other with me or Asher. Honestly, I don't really care. We could roll for
Forgot
it.
you had
if
Dimension
you
Door.
wanna-
Well, yours is more utility, so I wonder if maybe Asher, since his boots are so, like, constrained in what they can do, it might be better for him to take it.
I would agree, because I think that, like, you have 10 or 100, and I have the ability to go anywhere within the 4
Anywhere.
something
Yeah.
range. All right, cool. I relinquish it. I cut it out. We'll cut it out of 119. I don't want one of these potions. I think that's everything then, right?
Do we do it? Oh, great.
All right. Let's boop on out and head to the where they Willy Wonka the goo tubes.
And exiting this room is the same deal as entering it. You have to open one, file in, close the door, wait 3 rounds, get all cleaned up, and then you can come out.
I am so amazed that this doesn't have some sort of monster or trap associated with it, with the 3-round hold and the insanely high disable device. Like, I feel like that
I'm
is
wondering if
missed painful opportunity right there to trap half the party well.
yeah, I'm wondering if the nanite thing wasn't in the bag, if maybe it would activate in that room.
Yeah, we talked about
And
that
that would
in
be
the
a
plot
trap.
corner.
Yeah.
We don't know. I mean, it could also be a good thing, too. Who knows? But we can figure that out maybe after the tower is a little less choky.
Yeah.
Scooby team activate.
Let's do it.
Aid.
Oh, didn't like that.
All right. Aiding the... Leave with a 12 for a 10.
We scoobin with a 35 in total with all those aids.
Scooping on the door to the Fluid Siphoning Research Lab, the Goo Tube Development Center, if ever there was one. Doesn't seem to be
Is
trapped.
it locked?
Nope.
Let's pop that bad boy open.
5-foot hallway.
It's another 5 by 10 hallway with an airlock door with a window in it on the other side.
Good to know that we still have a chance to have something horrific happen with this airlock.
Maybe I'll peek through that window again before we close the door.
Go Cole.
22 perception, peeking through the window.
It looks like this room has been smashed to pieces. Something threw a temper tantrum in there, and with the 22, there looks like there's a skeleton of something lying in a mangled heap at the back of the room.
Oh my. It's like somebody got rather angry. Everything in there is smashed. There's a mangled heap of skeleton at the back. Possibly clutching magical items. It's hard to tell through the small window. Nothing bad could possibly happen. Let's close that other door and investigate.
If we're screaming, you can come in via gaseous form, Alwyn.
No, it's hermetically sealed.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. 3 rounds.
Sorry,
This
I
is
mean
for
to
your own
cut you off.
good. You will... I refuse to let you die. Even if we have the cardiomaptos. I'm wrapping you in bubble wrap before we go into the room.
And you do theoretically have the power to leave a boofer outside.
Yeah,
That's
but that
true.
wastes a boof. I mean, Asher could boof in, and how do we potentially communicate with Asher through the doors? I mean, that's a lot of sealed metal. I mean, Alwyn can follow us in after if they want to. There's no problem with that. I just think the 3 of us need to go in first, because that's the max that can fit in the room. You can definitely come in. No one's saying you can't. I just think we should go in first.
All right, so
Already getting more in than the game I'm probably expects you to get in, because it's not expecting to fit 3 people in there.
So once again, 3 of you cram into this tiny little hallway and close the door behind you. You get the magical cleanup for the 3rd time today. Everybody but Alwyn is really just so clean at this point. And then the doors unlock.
We just smell like dryer sheets.
Asher opens the door.
Asher opens the door, which was not trapped, revealing a room where the wooden and metal furnishings have been smashed to pieces. The fragmentary remnants have been arranged into spiky piles throughout the room, while the bones of a long-dead dwarf lie in a mangled heap in the room. Now, as the 3 of you come in to this room, a roiling cloud of, like, white, misty weirdness kind of forms itself up out of nothing and forms like this roiling cloud of tentacles and horror, and it springs forth to attack. So we're gonna roll for initiative.
I think every time this happens, I'm like, let me just move out of the way so that I'm not blocking anyone. Always forgetting that you're moving into a room.
So what did Kira get?
Give me a second. Oh, come on. I cannot roll initiative above a 10. 13.
All right.
Yes.
How about Brixby?
27.
That's pretty fast. How about Asher?
18 total.
And way outside, rounds away from being able to intervene. How about Alwyn?
Alwyn got a 22.
So he's pretty speedy. Sadly, whatever this roiling cloud... Now, I'll just pop up a little picture of the tentacle cloud beast up on the screen there for you. Whatever it is, it's feeling fast. And it's just gonna... It's gonna go first. And it's gonna swing a cloud tentacle at Kira. That is an 18 versus flat-footed. No?
Actually, no. While I'm not raging,
right.
yeah, that I'm doing okay. Wait, something isn't right.
Well,
Hang on.
it's gonna swing one at Brixbo. That is a 16 against flat-footed.
My flat-footed is not that. It's 20. You miss.
All right, well, 2 really bad rolls. It's going back to Kira because it can reach her. Much better roll. How about a 29 flat-footed?
Yeah, no, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Okay, so just take 3 bludgeoning damage. Just real quick. Roll 3. Roll 3 do. And free attempt to grapple only an 18 versus CMD.
That will not do it.
All right, and it's going to swing one last tentacle at Brixby. That is a 21.
That beats it.
All right, so the good news is only 4 damage. The bad news is that free attempt to grab is going to be a 26.
I'm so glad this isn't second edition. Yep.
All right, Brixby is grappled. And your prize for being grappled is it is your turn.
Let's see. Brixby is going to... Okay. Well, Brixby's going to roll a knowledge check first.
That's knowledge planes. There's a lot of presence of mind this rat is having.
I know, right? It's almost as if the person who's playing him is trying to play him with a 20 end, which is a real stretch for me. That's a 30 with a 19 on it.
Nice. Well, Brixby knows very well that he's looking at a Mistu. Miasmal form, roiling, made of barbed tentacles emerging from a center mass and coalescing into razor-sharp talons and claws. This is, of course, a deadly being from the plane of air. When they come to the material plane, they prefer to inhabit dank dungeon corridors, abandoned ruins, and the forgotten corridors of lost civilizations. Scholars dispute what drives these creatures, or even what they seek, but they all agree that they are deadly combatants and merciless hunters. And with a 30, let's see, we're looking at 1 question.
Oh no.
Good.
That's super
That's
not
very
good,
not
everybody. Does anyone have anything they specifically need to know?
Just you know how to kill it. Probably. I don't know if that's a question you can ask. Nor will it change the way I attempt to do so. So that's moot.
Let's what do we want to know, folks? Attacks or defenses? That's kind of where I want to go, one way or another.
I would say, since it's made out of like a weird cloud thing, maybe defenses, so we know what is going to be useless against it.
Yes. All right, let's do special defenses.
Oh, it's got a bunch. It has a wind defense, which means that all non-magical projectiles that are not of a significant size, like boulders, are automatically deflected from it by the winds that roil around the creature. Magical projectiles have a mischance. And it also has damage reduction. It's also immune to electricity. It has elemental traits, so, no precision damage, no flanking. And it also has spell resistance. It's just a little buddy. Just a darling buddy.
This is not my fight at all. Oh,
It's Alwyn's fight because he's
Goodness.
safe.
Anybody's fight.
oh.
It's Alwyn's flea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brixby, who doesn't have to worry about the verbal or somatic components of this because of his arcane trickster ability, tricky spells, which gives him still and silent spell for free 3 times a day, refuses to leave his friends. So he dimension doors to this corner of the room, which is the southeastern corner of the room, right beside Kira.
Wow. Clutch popping out of the... What's it called?
Yeah. Popping out of the grapple with my dimension door. And I share everything that I learned about its defensive traits. And that's, move action. I still have that scroll in my hand, and now I'm not grappled, and that's it.
I think with Dimension Door, your turn ends right after you cast it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Yeah, that's it. Cool.
All right, Alwyn, you're outside the room.
So am I able to... Did this one have a window like the other one did?
The window's on the internal door.
Yeah. So, could I hear what's going... Like, I'm trying to think if this, right now, because it hasn't been that long, is it obviously different from the other one? Like, do I know something happened? Or is the airlock in between, like, enough space that I can't
there might have been
hear combat
the
starting?
sort of muffled Brixby shouting what he knows about this creature. I could see that sort of coming through as, like, some measure of sound coming through the wall.
Can I maybe make a perception and see if it's high enough, like I can hear something happened?
Well, I'll say you can at least hear something's going on. You definitely can't understand what he's saying, but Brixby's shouting.
Well, in that case, I think he would open the door, this outside one at least, just to see, like, oh, this sounds different. In which case, he would see the, through the window, then, the thing trying to kill them. So the rest of his move would be to step inside. That would be 2 move actions, so I don't think I can take an action to cycle the airlock this turn. Right, it'd be 1 to open the door, 1 to step in.
Unless you did a 5-foot step in.
Oh yeah, if I 5-foot step in, yeah, then I'll cycle the airlock.
Basically 2 move actions to open and close the door.
Yeah.
All right.
And how long did we say that takes? Is that going to be like multiple turns for that to open?
Yeah, that's 3 rounds.
Since we've been talking long enough that you haven't mentioned it's the next person's turn yet, can I see that thing enough to do a knowledge check on it? Through the window, or no?
Yeah, you do have an angle through that window. You could do a planes.
Is a 26, which is not going to give us anything because a 30. Yeah, I was fishing for a 20 at that point, and I did not get it. So, nothing.
Yeah, it's not going to give you a question, but it does identify a misdo. But that'll be Asher's turn, I think.
Yeah, and assuming somehow, like we tend to, that this information was communicated, shouted at the heat of battle, Asher will drop the revolver with the adamantine... the adamantine rounds. And from the small of his back, draw his +1 pistol. Don't have 6 bullets in this bad boy, but it's magical at least. So, deadly aim, single shot at old Mistu. That is a 23 against touch. You said there's a mischance?
Yeah, can you bounce me a D100?
a 50 even.
Alright, you're good.
Woohoo! That is 10 points of mundane bullet damage. Does it look like any of that affected it?
Yeah, it looks like the magic bullet does cut through.
It can be shot, so, that's cool. And that's, moving and stand downy. No knowledge
All
points
right.
for this guy, so that's the end of my turn.
Alright, Kira, the beastie just slapped and grabbed you and Brixby. Luckily, Brixby disappeared and reappeared.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna just try and hit it then. That's what I'm here for. I don't have to move. It's in my face, so I'm going to all the attacks it. Let's start. I'm gonna rage first, which means I get my haste, which is handy. And then I'm going to hit it 3 times, or try to.
What are you swinging?
Oh gosh, she'd still have the sword. Ethel. I'm just gonna roll 3 of those. We'll make this quicker. Oh god, 2. Okay, so that's gonna be, nothing. 2 plus. Hang on, sorry, raging and hasted. First turn in the whole night, and it is going to take half an hour.
Whatever. Take as much time as you need to destroy this thing before it kills all of us.
I really wish that Hero Lab would work with me faster. All right, here we go. So that first one is a 19, which I'm assuming misses.
Yeah, 19 misses.
The second one is a... Hang on. Oh, where did the window go? 15 plus 14, 29. 17 plus...
29 will hit.
Great. And then the last one is a 14 plus. Where is my last bonus thingy? 9. 14, 9, 25. 23. Just kidding.
23 also hits. So, 2 hits.
2 hits. All right. And this is 3d6.
Better than nothing.
Ugh. Terrible. 7 plus... 6... 15. Oh, 7 plus 18 while I'm raging. Okay. 7 plus 18. 25, 26, 18 plus 7.
Alright.
Great.
Some of that goes through.
Alright, and then we'll do a second attack also, which is going to be also 3d6. Also not great. 9 plus, what did I just say? 15? 18. 9 plus 18. You'll just let you do the math. Yeah, thank you. Great.
Alright. It looks like it did a decent chunk, but definitely doesn't all go through.
Phew, okay. That was so much math and so little time. I think that's it. I think I'm done now.
Alright. Well, the Misty Buddy is gonna slap you for, being so mean.
Understandable.
It's only a 16 for slap number 1.
A 16 to slap?
Yeah,
no, it's pretty rough.
Alright, well, slap number 2 is a 31.
No, that's much higher. Yeah, that'll do it.
Alright, so just a little bit of 5 damage. Big time damage. The free grab attempt is only a 15.
Does not do it.
Oh, blur.
Blur!
Ah. Oh, yeah, it was 83 on the blur.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Alright, slap number 3, and it's going after Kira because Kira hurt it a lot. That is a 27 to hit.
27 will hit.
Blur,
Oh,
68.
Also 68 will hit.
4 damage. The grab is another failure. But don't worry, one last tentacle. It's got one more shot at this. I can math 20 to hit.
Yep, that'll do it. 20 will hit.
95 on the blur.
That's pretty good.
5 damage.
So
It's
tentacruel.
just chipping away at you.
Aha!
And 20 versus CMD on the grapple.
No.
Garbage grapple rolls. And this thing really is it really wants to
Grab one
grapple
hard.
you. Good things will happen if it does. So you should just let it.
I am so tired of being grappled. I have a two-hand weapon.
But this is different.
Is it?
It's a different grapple. It does better stuff.
I'm feeling doubtful. Thanks, Sam.
All right, Brick. What? It's better stuff. I didn't say better for you. It's pretty good for it. Brixby, you are up.
Alrighty. Brixby is going to roll to cast defensively with a 19 off the die for a 33 that beats the 23 DC. And I need you to roll me a will save. I guess I need to roll spell resistance first, huh?
Indeed.
Alright, so he sprinkles a little bit of flash powder as he does this. It's a 16 for a 27.
All right, the spell is not resisted.
Alright, roll me a will save.
Not the most willful elemental in the world. Does a 12 pass?
It certainly does not. You are dazed by my wandering star motes. So, let me just, for folks that want to watch me squint because my contacts are terrible, I've created sparkling motes of bright light that shoot towards you and swirl around you in a complex pattern. You failed your will save, so that means you're dazed for 1 round. And on your next turn, you have to make another will save. And then you're dazed again if you fail. And if anybody needs just a small reminder of what the dazed condition provides, that means that you are unable to act normally, you can take no actions, but there's no penalty to your AC.
I don't like that.
So you can't do anything.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's like a
And
less
now,
bad paralyzed.
Brixby is going to move next to Asher now that you're dazed. Hi.
Hello.
I'm back. That's my turn.
All right, Alwyn, it's windy in here, and you're feeling very clean.
Alwyn, after double checking that you cannot cast a spell through a window because it counts as a solid barrier, is just going to sit there humming the Lady Tampanina to himself as he waits for the door to open.
All right, Asher, the star motes are wandering in this thing's eyes. It's vulnerable. You got an opening.
It's true, and we all remember that Asher didn't use his swift action for anything, and so definitely would have been smarter than the player and willed a bullet into his gun, as he did in previous episodes when using his +1 pistol. So that happened, and he will then be able to shoot twice with rapid shot. I mean, with a full attack, not a rapid shot. We'll just do a full attack using that swift to call a bullet into his gun betwixt the 2 shots. So this turn he will end up with an empty gun, but we all remember that happening. And so yeah, 2 +1 bullets coming at all Mistu. The second one's probably missed the Mistu. It was only a 10 against touch.
10 will not hit touch now.
So then the swift we all remember happening didn't matter. So that's good. Now those fans can delete that Discord post they were typing. Just a single bullet then, plus some.
Well, what was the other one?
Oh,
This thing might have a spectacular touch.
Imagine
AC.
this living dust cloud has a higher than 10
I mean,
touch
it didn't
AC.
last turn when I shot it with a bullet, but if it goes up when it's dazed somehow, it's a dirty 30 against touch.
Probably. It's a special condition. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
weird.
Yeah, that misses.
Yeah, I thought it might. No, it's 14 points of bullet damage. Yes.
Ow. It's pretty
Yeah,
mean.
that's it.
All right, Kira, you got slapped several times, but you never got
Yeah.
grabbed.
Okay, I'm gonna try this again with all of the steps this time. Let's try rolling a couple d20s. Oh, that was just one. Dang it. 14 plus 17 for the first guy. 1, 4, 7, 31.
That'll hit.
Great. Okay, so remember that. I'm going to come back. I'm going to do all of the things I read today about making your turn go faster. So I'm doing that. That's a natural 1. Chainsaw
And the
burst
long
into flames.
the greatsword explodes.
That's right. It's not a chainsaw. It's a greatsword now. And a 15 plus the last one is 9. 26.
And that'll
Nope,
hit.
24.
2 more hits.
Come on, Ziza. Great. Okay, so 2 hits. Just type this out this time. Roll 6d6 plus 18 times 2. 15 plus 4. No, that's not it. 36.
That's so much.
Yes.
That was both hits combined or just the one?
36. That was. I swear something is up with this keyboard.
For those at home, once again, 66D66.
It's the D66s again.
D6.
You roll so low when you roll 66 D6.
I saw it happen. I just
see,
pushed
you got a
6
natural
once and it gave me
66.
6
3
sixes. My
of those
keyboard is
66
bad.
die were a 1. That's impressive.
Yeah.
There's a couple 65s in there,
Yeah.
too.
A lot of 11s.
There. That's actually depressing.
It's
better.
stealth. Yeah.
It's still a ridiculous amount of damage, even the correct one.
Phew. Yeah, so 54 points of damage on 66 plus 36. Yes.
Hurt that corn dog.
Yes, oh my god. I was totally going to forget this again. Okay, that's right. I have other things that I keep forgetting. I'm going to corning and smash it, and which I think gives me the opportunity to attempt to demoralize through intimidation.
Is it alive?
I'm just gonna
It's
scream
still
at it a
alive.
little
Yeah.
bit.
Not, not for very long, but yeah, for now.
Demoralize it.
D20. Now, demoralize, I'm gonna roll with my intimidate, which is a plus 19, which is thrilling.
Nice.
I'm so
Very high
intimidating.
intimidating.
That's a 20. Oh my gosh, that's a 28.
It's intimidated.
28. Demoralize
It
it.
is demoralized for more than one round.
Okay, great. When I successfully demoralize an opponent with my melee reach weapon with an intimidate check, you can make a single melee attack that against that creature as a swift action. So
Oh
I'm
my
going to attack
God,
it one
really?
more time.
Oh,
That's the hurtful.
It's the hurtful, yeah. These are all things that I've just been sitting.
You got the corn dog. Now it's time to get the hurt.
No, I got the
another
hurt. I'm
nat one.
hurt with a 1,
Oh,
which feels aggressive and cruel. But
And now
the
it's-
point is it's there. We all remember
It's
it, and now
not
it has to happen
shaken
every time.
because you miss.
I think that's the end of my turn.
So
Yeah.
it was scared, and now it's like, oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no,
on.
it's
It's
like,
on
oh, never mind.
demoralized. 'cause I
It's
missed.
fine.
And then it saw me with that.
All right.
oh, it's
well,
not a fluke.
does it get its will save at the beginning of its turn or the end?
I'm pretty sure it's at the end.
Well, it failed anyways with a 9. So
Continue. So it's still just watching the pretty lights. It's got the little like rave gloves. Brixby has the finger gloves on, and he's doing the thing, and he's
Yeah, with the thing on the lights on the
and
fingers.
the Tiesto is playing. Ibiza. Oh, it's my turn.
Pass with splash.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's dazed, but it's still not flat-footed when it's dazed, which is dumb.
Yeah, but Acid Flash is touch. It doesn't do much damage, but
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, it doesn't do anything.
Dude.
I'm just saying, like, I could scorchy doodle this thing, but it won't get sneak attacks. So it's not really that. I would rather just wait for. I mean, it has a whole round of y'all, so I'm gonna ready that if it is not dead
Nah, dude.
by its
Yeah.
turn,
I'm not going to
gonna
Brix,
cast
baby.
the
You're in
spell.
perfect position to 5-foot step, flank with Kira, to go melee monster on this bad boy.
I
Sneaky doos on that tailplate.
I mean, Brixby's going to move action, pull his rapier out in his remaining open hand. 'Cause he's still holding that Gust of Wind scroll, and I don't know why. He's going to step forward And he is going to attempt to attack it with his rapier now that it's flanked. So that is it's a 12. I rolled a 2. This is why we don't force the Arcane Trickster into melee combat right now.
It didn't hit.
No, it's fine. It was fun. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Whatever. It's dazed, and it might beat me up, but this is all the more incentive for y'all to murder it. And that's the end of my turn and my hubris.
All right. Alwyn, you're so clean right now.
I still have one more turn till that door opens, so he is still just sitting there humming to himself as he watches everybody beat the crap out of this cloud.
All right. Asher.
Asher has an empty gun, so he will load. It just doesn't feel as cool. Asher wants to be cool like Brixby. Asher's gonna drop his pistol, step forward, draw his +1 light hammer, and go smasher on this thing.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that feels good. It's a
Asher the Smasher.
23 to hit.
23 does hit.
That's 4 points.
Ken Asher. Congratulations, sir. You get a grid point.
Oh man, that's ridiculous.
Yes.
Do I get a grip point if it wasn't with a gun?
Oh my goodness.
I don't.
I think you should have a hammer grit point. You can
I'm
have
thinking
grit
like
points for hammers.
panache. It's firearm.
It might be.
Yeah.
Does it specifically have to be with a gun for a gunslinger? I thought
I don't
anything
get
that kills
grit, but I
somebody
feel
I think
better.
you're good.
Well, I take it back. It's still alive.
Hey, I hit a thing with a hammer that
bummer.
died. This tower's absurd.
You did an excellent job.
It's awesome, right?
Man, you guys have so much in common. I'm so jealous.
Hammer 5. I would like to.
6 seconds later, the door opens and Alwyn comes in and goes,
We're all
"Don't worry,
talking
I'm
about
here."
hammers and boys at this point.
Yeah, no, Kira has dropped Ethel to pull out Lucy for the first time in so long, just to give Asher a hammer 5.
And it just destroys the light hammer. Oh no.
And then the hammer is destroyed. Oh,
Yeah.
so sorry.
Yeah.
The
Shatters into a
what was
million
it?
pieces.
The veggie pygmy hammer? Isn't that where it came from? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, moldy Thor.
I'm just imagining the scale of the lucerne against this. It's like a sledge and a ball peen hammer.
So
Yeah, because it is a small-sized hammer, right?
No, it's a regular
Is it
size,
medium?
but it's light.
Okay.
So let's search this room.
Oh yeah, and when the small creature was using it, it counted as big for
He
him.
was a
That's
Titan
right.
Mauler.
Yeah. Does that dwarf corpse? The dwarf corpse has a +2 light hammer.
There's no light hammer on the dwarf corpse, and the clothes on him have been reduced to rags. But it looks like embedded inside the skeleton, it looks like maybe he ate some jewels to try to hide them or something. It's got a couple.
Oh.
Oh, was this the guy that stole the silverware?
Sky metal.
It's possible.
He just seemed to have a.
Yeah.
It's like he's got some gemstones in there, some righteous gemstones.
Oh, God, such a good show. I'll watch anything with John Goodman, but oh my God, that show is fantastic. If
Can
folks
we
haven't,
get those out? Oh, sorry.
only if we talk about John Goodman for another 35 seconds.
Oh, you're entering a world of pain.
Let's get those gemstones out.
Well, there's a garnet in there, a pretty sizable garnet. Looks like it's worth about 500 gold. An even heftier sapphire that would probably fetch 4,500 gold on the open market. And then a weird blue stone. It's just a weird one. probably just throw it away.
Can we roll on that weird?
Is it spellcraft because it's an iron stone?
It's a
Knowledge
spellcraft.
weird.
It's a spellcraft weirdness, you know.
That'd be like a knowledge nature or something, because it's a stone. Oh,
That is a... it's a 21
an
from
iron
Bibby.
stone. Ooh, that is higher than a 21. What is my spellcraft? My spellcraft is really high.
Yeah,
That is
buddy.
a 34. A plus 15 to spellcraft, and that was a 19 on the die.
Alwyn knows what this is. You are looking at a pale blue rhomboid Ioun stone.
Wow. Not sure. I don't remember what pale blue does, but I know the rhomboid iron
perfect
stones
one.
are like one of the highest level of.
I know where that's going.
That's a +2 enhancement bonus to strength.
Oh, wait. Although, are you
alright.
wearing anything that provides enhancement bonus already? Like a belt?
Yeah, do you have a strength belt?
I have the con, yeah.
Oh yeah, belt's con. Yeah, we got her
You have
the.
a con belt.
Yeah.
You have nothing that provides an enhancement
Yeah.
bonus to strength.
Does does raging give a bonus to strength?
Rage is morale.
It's morale bonus. Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Oh yeah, 'cause it's similar to like bardic stuff. Yeah.
Raging song, yeah, bardic song. Do you have anything that provides a bonus
yeah.
to your strength? Any item, anything else? Because, oh my god, I can't wait to have this rotate around your beautiful skull, if that's
Yeah.
the
I don't
case.
think so. How many iron stones can you have rotating?
So many. Like, freaking
Just
You can have an
A
infinite
halo
number
of
of iron
stones.
stones.
a bajillion.
Yeah, there's actually
Infinity.
there's a kineticist class
Just
that
rocks.
revolves around just having like 50 Ioun stones and
Yeah.
throwing them at people.
Well, given the severity of this, I'm going to double check, but I'm pretty sure I don't have anything that.
If
grants
you hover
strength.
over your strength in Hero Lab, it'll show
Oh,
you.
good idea.
It should say what kind of bonuses it has.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you should have anything that's giving you an enhance to strength.
Oh my god, I am so excited for this to go around Kira's. a permanent +1 to hit and a +1 to damage.
Oh
Oh,
gosh, let's not do any more combat this episode. I need to add.
I don't
all
know
of
why
these
you'd
things
want
to my
that.
sheet.
I mean, for now, once she gets a belt of physical perfection, Asher's going to take that bad boy and be
Smasher.
Can you imagine?
And then he'll be able to
what I
swing that
could
hammer
do
so
with a
hard.
positive strength score.
Oh,
Ugh.
Smasher Part 2. Even smashier.
I mean, it's not sane. There's nothing I could do with a positive strength. I could carry some stuff. I could carry
Now, would
extra
that get you
grocery
to a
bags
positive strength
inside.
score? Are you an 8 or a 9?
Yeah, I'm at a 9 right now, so without 11, I mean, hooey.
Okay, because I was gonna say it'd be because like Alwyn could use that and still not have a positive strength score.
You're
Oh
flimsy
my!
hardy.
So what does that put your strength, your resting strength at?
I don't
non-rage?
know.
It's a +2.
Okay, so without this thing, hang on.
Yeah, so without raging, your strength should be 2 higher than it normally is without raging.
Oh, which I guess just puts me back down at regular raging. Plus, oh yeah, so it's the same. +6, +6, +6 strength mod.
And then when you're
Yeah.
raging, it'll go up to +8.
Love it.
Yay!
Wow, that was kind of worth it. All
You're
right,
basically the Hulk.
y'all want to go to this final lab door?
Yes, let's... This one went really well. We can go check on that next lab, what was it, gaseous research? Do we want to heal up a little bit? I know you've been smacked around a bit.
Gaseous ooze. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I got too thwacked, if I remember correctly. I only got 4 points of damage.
Do we want...
Kira got swacked.
I got whacked a couple times. I think I'm only down.
I've used very few spells so far. Do we want me to heal him instead of using our nanite gun that's a more finite resource?
Yeah, go for it. I mean, she would have fast healed 1 or 2, but still be down some.
So...
Yeah, I did fast.
yeah, I'll
heal.
just hit her with a Cure Mod. 6 and a 7, so that is 13 plus do I add to this? Max is +5, so I'm at the max. So that is 18 points of healing.
Cool. And that brings you up just under 2. Like, I'm down 2, so 18 is great. Next time I rage, we'll take care of that.
Yeah.
18 points of smoosh heal.
Scooby team assemble.
And it's the one... Is it
Yep.
this thing right here, where Brooksy is directly in front of? Okay. Back up one more step to let other people get in front of me. Nope. That is a 2 for
Gonna
a
have
0.
one more aid.
We're Scoobert, Dubert, 38.
It does not appear to be trapped. I wasn't distracted. You were distracted.
All right, we open the door. I bet you it's an airlock.
Yeah, but unlike the other airlocks, this one it's half size. It's still a little baby airlock. Only a single 5-foot square before the door.
What is it? It's goo.
All right, who's coming in with me?
I'll go, but I won't be happy about it.
Oh, come on, big stuff. We're friends now. Right?
Oh, no. That was 110% because of the contents of the lab and not because of you.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I will go in there. Just pretend I'm in there. I'm still trying to add this stone to my sheet. There's so many rocks.
All right, we pop the next door open now that we're both in.
All right. Popping open the door reveals a room where the tables and shelves in this large laboratory are all coated with a thin greenish slime. The one desk is heaped with pages of notes, and a human skeleton dressed in moldy robes lies slumped over it. There's a large glass tank atop the easternmost table that is shattered, and shards of glass litter the floor on that side of the room, while a pale green haze floats in the air.
I want to roll a knowledge on this weird situation. Which one can I roll?
I think it's a dungeoneering.
All right, knowledge, Dungaroo. I roll a 6 for an 18.
Well, I think Brixby has just the split a second to realize before this thing roils to life, you might just be looking at a hungry fog, and that it's the green haze kind of floats up surrounding the humanoid skeleton that's hunched over, and it sits up in its chair, and its head snaps over to point all skeletal and, dead and awful at the lot of you, or at the two of you, just two. It's time to roll for initiative.
Not good.
Oh, I didn't put them on the layer with you yet.
I was like, this seems fine.
And normally forget and put them on the layer too early.
Oh,
That's large. Pretty big.
can you do the
Green.
poppy do of the tiny token for my blind?
gentle.
Sure. Poppy
Yeah, just
do of
gently
the
pop it.
the tiny token. It looks like a, skeletal, ghostly kind of float about, purple and black awfulness, and then I'll just pop that little friend
I
of
don't
a
like that one.
fog filled with skulls and death and wonderment. It's probably really fast. There's one thing I can say for it. Okay, what did Kira get?
I got a 1 for a 6.
Nice. How about Alwyn safely outside of the room?
Alwyn safely outside of the room did one better than his last roll with a natural 20 for a 26.
Nice. How about Asher also safely outside the room?
So safe outside the room, 21.
And Brixbo, not so safe.
Bribby Dibby rolls a 9 for a 17.
Alright, so we are gonna sort descending, and safely outside the airlock, Alwyn is up first.
Alwyn is I mean, do we... I guess I can't really push past Asher and try to open the airlock.
I mean, you could. Oh.
Can I... Oh wait, Brixby's not actually in that square. He's in the actual room, right?
So he's
No, we're both still in the airlock.
Oh, you are both still in the airlock? Okay.
Yeah, Kira and Brixby are in the same square.
Oh, so Kira's not where she is on the map then.
Yeah, we're both still in that 5 foot.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that Brixby was the one that was in the wrong square. I mean, I'm trying to think if I can... Like, would it be worth it to cycle it and get you guys out since you're still in the airlock? I could hit the button.
We'd have
and
to
start...
shut our door. That's the thing.
Oh, I didn't know if like hitting the thing would automatically shut yours. No. Oh yeah, because it's not like I'm thinking it's like a tech airlock, but it's magic stuff. You gotta close the door and then do it. He is, I guess, if he can get to. If I stand right here, I can. Can I see them? The inside.
No.
No, those doors don't have things. I was gonna say I could at least roll a knowledge check, but I don't think I can really do anything on my turn, so I'm just gonna delay.
All right. How about Asher?
Asher will also delay to see whether Kira and Brixby are going to jump into the room to fight, or if they're going to close the door and nope.
All right, Brixby.
Kira, I'm going to make a decision for us. I'm going to close the door.
close that door.
I'm closing the door. He looks at the gust of wind scroll. He looks at the gaseous creature in front of him, but then he's just like thinks better of it and closes the door and begins the airlock cycle.
All right. Door closed. Out of initiative.
Excellent noping.
We're going to pop back out there.
Good job, team.
So Brixby is going to then look at the rest of the group, and he is going to describe what he saw on the other side. It was a fog. It smelled like a hungry man dinner. Do you know anything about it? The corn was all in the brownie.
That's terrible. I wonder. And Asher's going to roll a knowledge Dungeonero with his comically low bonus for a total of a 15. No, I'm not familiar with that one. Really, more used to the banquet meals. Not as in like a large party, but a brand of less expensive. It's not important. I don't know what that is.
They have a +2 dungeoneering, so I'm not even going to try
I
to
mean,
roll
that's what
because I don't
Asher
think I
has.
can get high enough to get anything.
It doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah.
You might roll a nat 20.
Well, if I get a nat 20, is that even
Well,
enough to...
you only know by rolling a nat 20.
Which I did not do. That is a
right.
10.
Nope.
Brixby actually loses some of the information he had already gained.
All I know is that's a hungry folk. I know nothing about it. But it's a dangerous gaseous creature, unlike the elemental we just faced. I don't know if it can come through those doors, but I imagine if Jowd is the researcher in mind that we think he is, that it likely can't make it through. I mean,
So,
do we think it's worth going in there for anything?
is there a way we can learn more about it from out here? I feel like we all just tried that,
I
and
don't think
we're
anyone
not.
can roll. I mean, unless Sam wants to level us up to 10 and then allow us to
Sam?
roll again.
What about the library downstairs? Was there anything like a encyclopedia of gaseous monsters or notes
Yeah, all that
on like,
smoke magic.
hey, hungry
Yeah,
fogs?
that's a good point.
Like he had stuff down there.
Let me consult with the thing on seeing what actually is in there.
He's like, best cherry 3. That's convenient. I'm gonna hold on to this.
Thank you, the scribe, James Jacobs.
Looks like mostly it's more fundamental stuff than that. I don't think you saw anything of particular interest in that library that would really help understand a hungry fog.
Nothing as specific as this guy, yeah.
A good thought, but it just doesn't look like it's...
I mean,
So I guess Brixby turns to the party and says, "We might be ill-equipped to fight this. I don't know if we can even get it through the doors. If we left this door," he points to the closest door to them, "open, and I spent a bunch of time on the other door trying to get it open, we could maybe have the fight out here." And he points at the area with the dead birds in it, which gives us some latitude, I guess. But at the same time, I mean, that was an excellent find in the last room. He points at the, iron stone above Kira's head. That was worth it, I have to say. It was. But I can't guarantee that this battle would be too. What do you all think?
How would we... I'm trying to think of the logistics of how we could, would you have to go invisible and be in that room, or could you, cast Mage Hand before the door is closed?
Don't you worry about what an arcane trickster can do with ranged ledger domain, which is something you get at level 1. I can unlock a door at a distance, most likely. Possibly.
Okay.
We can give it a try. We can give it multiple tries. But I can probably pop the door from a distance. But the issue is, do we want to fight it? Because that's the thing. If we get it out here, do we still want to try to fight this thing? And whatever's inside it.
I guess we don't know anything about it. If it can't see invisibility, then you could, put on these boots, boof on in there with a vanish, do a searchy-do, and boof on out. But we don't know if you boof in and it's dinner.
I'm just thinking, and I think actually Alloyd would say this because he's decently intelligent. The body slumped over. There's a chance that could be Zaud's body. If we can lure that creature out and defeat it, that could be a very important room. And that's kind of what I'm thinking. We're not, there's no way we're sending one person in or even 2 people to try to fight something like that. But if we can lure it out here and kill it, I feel like that room could be very important, especially if we have to put his ghost down at some point and that's his body, which it could very well be.
Interesting thought, Alan, because there might be something to that if we destroy it or bury it properly or something, whether that might... Could we tell enough... I wasn't even in the room, between rooms, how identifiable, using imagination, holding up that projected image, does that look like the old wizard corpse on the table? Difficult to say.
And it looks like a
did the clothing
badly
look similar,
decomposed human body, probably some kind of wizard based on the robes, but I don't know that you could tell very specifically what person it was in life. It's definitely been dead for a bit.
Let's be entertaining and stupid.
Yeah, I didn't know if maybe the robes were similar enough that we could look at the robes on the video of him and that or anything like that. I figure that they obviously didn't see the face, and there might not even be a face if it's been decomposing
Cardio
for
amp definitely hasn't been dead for more than a minute. Let's go.
Yeah, we're a podcast. We're an entertainment podcast. Let's have some fun. I say, unless anybody has any objections, get back in the room behind Brixby. Stay within touch range of Brixby, because that would be ideal if we have to get out of here. Or at least everyone except for Asher stays within touch range of Brixby. I guess everyone does have their potions too. And we could leave the first door open, and Brixby could take 20 on disable device using ranged ledger domain, which adds 5 to the DC, which means, if Sam allows it, that would mean that we could if it was a 32 DC or less, we could open it using that method.
It doesn't look like Brixby can get it from range. It's going to have to be up close and personal.
All right. Brixby is going to cast Vanish, and then he is going to... Ooh, it's not going to work. Brixby is going to cast Invisibility, and then he is going to take 20, opening the door for a 37.
All right, 37 is enough. I think if it's all the same to all of you, we will just stick with the initiative we already had.
Yeah, that's fine, but Asher wouldn't have just been waiting. There are a couple things that he would have been doing during the taking of the 20.
That's totally fair.
So during the 20 taken, Asher would have drawn the null blade out of the bag of holding and asked Kira, "Are you going to take this for a swing, or maybe I'll hold on to it for a little while? It seems a whole lot more effective than this light hammer."
You should use it. It looks good on you.
Well, thanks. It looks really cool. I don't mind. But it's a lot heavier than this hammer. This 9 strength. So he would then have tucked his pistol back into his small of his back, have his two... he'll have the null blade on his back for now and have his revolvers ready. But I wanted to have something at the ready that if it came down to melee for whatever cloud reasons, like the last thing, that could do a little bit more than a D4 worth of damage.
Alright, anyone else taking any precautions as Brixby's opening the door? You definitely have a little bit of time.
Still got that Gust of Wind scroll.
Anything like that.
Guess I could enlarge myself, but doesn't seem particularly effective here.
Yeah, this isn't a super big space for that. I know your damage die goes up, but it seems like this is a room that could be very easy to get.
Last thing, is there any sort of knowledge that can be rolled on the thing that's inside the Hungry Thought?
Once you can see it, it would be a knowledge religion, yeah.
Oh yeah, the purple ghost guy. Yeah.
Could Brix see it through all of his being in the airlock, seeing the Hungry Fog kind of thing?
Yeah, you could see it through the door window.
I'm gonna throw a little religion in between this and this little interstice here. All right, in the interlude, he rolls a 24 religion.
This looks like an Alep, which is a undead that I think you've encountered before. I'm not sure that you did run into one in Scrabble or not, but it's like a malignant cloud of shadows with a skeletal maw and constant babbling. It's what does look, a little bit heftier than usual. But you...
That's not what What's-His-Face was it? Was he an Alep? The captain?
I don't think so.
Straight up ghost.
Okay, because he had like
Wraith or
weird
something.
babbling.
Okay. These are just, people who fell prey to madness at the end of their lives and wound up trapped in a state between life and death. No, it's rough to be an Alep. But with a 24, I think you get 2 questions.
Anything anyone need to know? Otherwise, I'm going to do defenses and attacks, probably. Well, let's start with defenses and see what's there, and then attacks if it doesn't require like a DR or something else question.
Well, their main defense is the fact that they're incorporeal. They have all the normal undead traits in addition to, just being hard to touch on account of not actually having a physical form. And they're also resistant to channels, in case you were planning on using Alowin's 1 channel a day.
Yeah, that 1d6. All right, how about special attacks? Hold on. Does anyone need to know lowest saves or anything else before?
No, but Asher can
Special
channel
attacks.
2 guys.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah?
Forgot. Asher's got
Asher can channel.
like a 2 or 3d6 even channel.
BP.
I was going to say better than Alwyn.
Yeah, Asher's got a good channel.
That's big time stuff.
Yeah. I always forget that. I remember the lay on hands, but I always forget that you also have a channel.
That is, so I guess the special attackos.
Ah, well, they have an incorporeal touch attack that deals wisdom damage when they touch you. It's worse if they critical. It's pretty bad if they critical. They also have an aura of hypnotic babbling that surrounds them at all times, so that's going to be a fun thing to look out for. It can fascinate you if you hear it.
Kind of like a ghost version of a gibbering mouther.
On second thought, we cut out the last 28 minutes, and we move on.
So whose turn is it in the wacky resuming it?
Well, if we're picking up initiative, resuming at the end of Brixby's turn, he pops the door open, slides open. The first thing we're going to need is a will save from, let's see, it's a 60-foot aura, so we're going to need a will save from everyone as the chittering babble just starts pouring out of the room.
What sort of ability is it? Exceptional?
It is a supernatural ability.
We'll say that's not great. Right? Yeah, the third one, that's even worse.
All right, we'll start with Brixby because he's right up front.
20 FOA?
Brixby saves. I can't see Asher. I don't know where he is. So what's he?
Asher only at 21.
No, he's not up for me.
He's still good. How about Alwyn?
Alwyn got the same as Kira's initiative.
Wow, wow. For those who don't remember, since it was a little while ago, that is a 6.
Yeah, that was a 6.
So that's going to be a fail. How about Kira?
Well, coming up from a 6, I got a 3 on the die. Well, that's not math. 13.
All right.
Total.
Well, Kira and Alwyn are fascinated for a while.
Well, luckily, the fascinated effect ends if you see something attack an ally, so that's good.
Sure does. If you see something attack an ally. I don't know why I said it like that.
Expecting it to go invisible and
gonna
have
be
see
blinded.
invisibility and hurt Brixby. Like when you said that way.
But the Alp is actually not going to do anything at all at first. Anyways. So Kira, you're up. You are fascinated.
And for the audience, that means that I can't see.
So you can pay attention to the fascinating effect for as long as the effect lasts. There's a -4 penalty on skill checks made as reactions like perception checks. Any potential threat is such as a hostile creature approaching allows the fascinated creature a new saving throw against the fascinated effect. Any obvious threat, such as someone drawing a weapon, casting a spell, or aiming a ranged weapon at the fascinated creature, breaks the effect. An ally may shake it free as a standard action.
Basically, you
Right,
don't get
okay.
a turn right now.
Right. Yeah, so I'm chilling. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Kira's fascinated.
And if you see that thing move menacingly towards you, you get to roll again.
Yeah, I'm going to say wait for it to move and we'll be good.
well, yeah, lucky for you. What's going to happen here? Basically, what's going to happen is the gaseous fog is going to float forward, squeezing itself through the hallway, which totally doesn't matter because it's gaseous. And it's going to engulf Brixby and Alwyn, which does break the fascinated condition, so you'll be happy to know that. But as it comes in, I am going to need, first of all, will saves from everyone again.
Is this a spell or spell-like ability?
This is another supernatural ability as you're staring into the fog as it rolls forward and the mist is filled with half-glimpsed shapes of phantasms and horrible visions of death. We'll start with Brixby again.
Brixby rolls a 12 for a 20 and would like to use his reaction to cast Emergency Force Sphere.
Whoa.
Since I'm getting engulfed.
All right, well. All right, so Brixby is just in a ball in the middle of the...
He's in a little, like, oh my god. Now I'm thinking about all the rats that I've had that I've got the ball for. Yeah, no, the ball where they roll around on the floor. Oh,
like a hamster wheel. Or not a, hamster ball. Yeah, like the little rock. Yeah, roll. We had one of those for my sister's ferret.
The roll-around ball? All right, we'll go to Asher next for the save.
That's a natural one, sir.
Oof. All right, we'll come back to you. How about Alwyn?
Alwyn got a 15 for a 17.
All right, you're good. How about Kira?
13 this time for a 23.
So Asher is the only failure. Asher is shaken. That's it.
It's not bad.
He is shooketh.
But not
He
still.
is. Now I'm going to need another will save from Alwyn as he is engulfed in the enveloping mist.
They all will. Why can't that be a fort save and not the one that I take a -2? That is a 16 with a 14 on the die.
That is a failure. So you are going to...
That's what I figured. I was amazed a 17 wasn't a failure on the other.
You take 11 negative energy damage, and you are currently staggered.
Yeah. Okay, so move action only.
Move action only. And...
How much did you say? 11?
Yep. Now, it's also just gonna reach out, since it's stopped flying, right in front of Kira. Just tendrils of phantasms from the fog reach out to try to touch Kira. That is only a 13 to touch.
You don't think that's... Wait, 13 to touch? Oh man.
Yeah.
That's my touch.
Oh. And you're not raging, so no blur. A lot of ones. 18 negative energy damage as the thing reaches out and touches you with this horrible blackness.
Oof.
Now the Allop is going to reinsert into initiative behind the Hungry Fog and just sort of float into the fog behind it. It is constantly chittering away, but you've all already dealt with that. And it can't get past Brixby right now because he is forming a ball in the middle of the fog. And
Force.
in this wonderful situation in which we find ourselves, I'm going to bed. Sleep for a week in the fog, Brixby.
Good night, Brixby's hamster ball.
Night, Sam.
Good night, Sam.
Good night, fog friend. Refog night.
Against the machine. Against the machine.
Pot Against the Machine is property of Network Against the Machine LLC, all rights reserved. Pathfinder and the Iron Gods Adventure Path are property of Paizo Publishing. See their website for more details. Theme Against the Machine was written and performed by our own Zach. See the show notes for additional music and sound licensing. If you enjoyed the show, we encourage you to leave us a review.
That's 2E. Archives of Nethys has failed me.
Was like 7 seconds or something. Oh, okay. Wow.
18.
Yeah, it's 28 seconds. Or no, 21. 18. I can
I
do
can't.
math.
I just got lucky with that one. I had ChatGPT answer it for me, actually.
My problem is I keep trying to do 7-second intervals instead of 6-second intervals, and I don't
Maybe
know
I should
why.
just ask ChatGPT what Brixby could do, because it's probably smarter than I am at this point.
It's gonna
It's
lie
mine.
to you. but
It
it will
is.
give you an answer.
No, it's
Damn.
true. I ask it questions all the time, and
Yeah, but it'll lie
it does
confidently.
lie confidently. I would hire it, unfortunately,
It's
based off of its confidence.
truly
but
impressive. Yeah.
It is, yeah. Bold liar.
Clarissa Explains It All totally predicted ChatGPT. There was an episode where she asked her computer to write a poem for her, and it wrote a nonsensical poem that was nonsense, but everyone loved it, and she won an award, and she had to reveal that it was written by artificial intelligence, and everyone learned a lesson.
Clarissa always knew.
No, I do not remember that particular episode, but did Ferguson reveal it to everyone? Because that feels like that's how it would have happened.
No, well, Ferguson might have guilt-tripped her.
Yeah.
But
Ferguson Shoud.
Remember, Ferguson is the name of a character in that show.